While Europe's Campi Flegrei volcano was at a raised alert level of yellow, at 1:25 a.m. local time on March 13, 2025, it generated the largest earthquake this Italian volcano has produced in more than 400 years. While this earthquake only registered in as a magnitude 4.4 earthquake damage. Lasting only for 5 seconds, the damages caused was more substantial than might be expected. Items fell off of shelves, cracks formed in multiple buildings including apartments, and a ceiling of a building collapsed. In fact, one spot even experienced momentary ground acceleration equivalent to 1.1 times the force of gravity, translating to 10.79 meters or 35.4 feet per second squared. Those are the shallow depth of the earthquake, and hydrothermal alteration within the earthquake amplification caldera, greatly amplifying the intensity of ground motion by up to several magnitudes. So why is all of this occurring? In my opinion, there isn't even a remote volcanic eruption danger at the present, meaning it isn't going to happen anytime soon unless something unexpected and dramatic changes. The damage these magnitude 4 range quakes can cause is self-explanatory based on the recent damage. While for the uplift, let's just say that since the uplift is occurring unevenly, structural problems can arise as most buildings aren't meant to be uplifted unevenly and thus slightly tilted. Now, for reference, each of the following statements are true, but are being taken out of context. Campi Flegrei is an active volcano which last erupted in 1538. Yes, Campi Flegrei does have an ongoing magma intrusion that is pushing the ground upwards. There was elevated levels of carbon dioxide gas with a volcanic origin recently detected at a school that caused it to be closed. And finally, yes, Campi Flegrei is at a raised alert level of yellow. However, here's the relevant context. Since 2011, an intrusion of magma beneath the Solfatara site has caused current magma intrusion magma to slowly ascend from 8 to 3 kilometer depth, from which is then expands into a laccolith-like sill that displaces and domes overlying rock. Related stresses from this uplift are largely accommodated by regional faults, causing increased gas emissions in some spots, like what was just observed at that school, and earthquakes like the recent magnitude 4.4 event. However, this magma is not advancing any further, and as long as it stays at 3 kilometers depth like it has been doing for 14 years and counting now, it, in my opinion, won't erupt. Only if magma started shooting upwards above this sill would there be a legitimate eruption danger. However, the aforementioned magma influx and associated uplift are not occurring in a constant manner. Instead, it widely varies, and 3 times since 2023 has produced brief elevated uplift periods where temporarily the amount of ground deformation jumped from what?